Okay, we're gonna make some homemade Play-Doh. Some Play-Doh. So we have our water, our flour, our salt, and our oil in a mixing bowl. Okay, so first thing we need to do, Wyatt, is put 1 cup of water in the mixing bowl. I filled up your cup. Can you put 1 cup of water in the giant mixing bowl?
Hot.
It's not hot. Okay, next step is to get 4 cups of flour ready. So we're gonna do that.
We'll deal with.
Hey, focus. Okay, now we're gonna do 4 cups of flour. Here's our flour. We're gonna do just 1 cup at a time and then we'll mix. Now I was reading some comments about this recipe. Oh, careful. And you might need a little bit more water at the end. You'll kind of have to see how it goes. Is that a full cup? Is it full up to the top? Oh, that wasn't full up to the top. Okay, let's try another one.
Wait, there's still some in there. Let's try a bit this time.
We'll stop it.
I'm trying a bit this time just to make up for the part last time.
Okay, when you guys, kiddos, are making your recipe at home, make sure you actually fill the measuring cups.
Good?
No, is that full all the way to the top?
No.
No. All of my students are watching this probably like, no, that's not full. That's not full.
Good.
Okay, now we're going to do 2 cups for now. We'll stir a little bit.
And then we'll do
All
more.
right, so we're going to stir. Okay, this is what we have so far with 1 cup of water and 2 cups of flour. So it's not really Play-Doh-y yet. So let's do 1 more cup. So we'll be at 3 out of the 4. Yeah,
Good.
there we go. 3 cups. All right, let's mix.
Like floof.
Feels like flip. Okay, at this point we've put 3 cups of flour in. Wyatt's going to try mixing it a little bit with his hands. Mix it up with your hands like you're making bread.
I'm mixing it. I'm mixing it. It looks so mixing it.
So this is why I think some of the comments of this recipe said we might need a little bit of extra water to kind of hold it all together, because we're supposed to put 1 more cup of flour in. If we put another cup of flour in, Wyatt, do you think it's going to be more sticky or less sticky?
Less sticky.
Less sticky, yeah. So let's see what happens if we add 1 more cup of flour like the recipe says. All right, 1 more cup of flour and then we'll mix.
Good.
Okay, go for it. So we have our 4th cup of flour in. Wyatt's mixing. We have not put any salt in. And we're doing food coloring at the end because we want to have like little sections of multiple colors instead of making 1 big batch of the same
Maybe
color.
this can be yellow. Just
Maybe.
kidding.
Keep mixing.
No.
Now our recipe called for 1.5 cups of salt. So I'm going to work on that. All right, here's our 1st cup of salt. This is going to be a lot of salt.
Is it going to taste good?
No, you're not supposed to eat it. I mean, you could, but it's probably not going to taste good. Not great, at least.
Well, there's nothing bad about eating this homemade Play-Doh, except for maybe the glitter.
Mix, 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 mix.
And it would be way unhealthy.
Would be way unhealthy.
Can I mix it?
Mix, mix, mix.
Mix, mix. Ooh, salty. Mix, 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 mix. Mix, 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 mix.
Make sure you keep the bowl on the counter, otherwise all of your Play-Doh will end up on the ground. Okay, so it says 2 to 4 tablespoons of oil. We just have vegetable oil. I know that's a lot. It was a deal.
Then wash it.
Okay, hang on. So we're going to start with 2. We'll see what it looks like. If it's too dry, we'll add more. So let's start with 2. Here's 1. Here's 2. So let's start by just mixing in 2 tablespoons of oil. Let's see what happens.
Am I going to have to do
Come on, mixer. All right, I don't know about you guys, but our Play-Doh still looks really dry and crumbly. So we're going to try 2 more tablespoons of oil and see what that does. Tablespoon number 3. There goes tablespoon number 4 in. Okay, let's mix and see what we get.
Someone else.
Okay, kiddo, so our dough was a little crumbly. We had to add about a 1/3 cup more water.
Ooh.
Now we mix it, and it kind of looks like bread dough or biscuit dough.
No,
Looks like it's good for molding, right?
It looks like white Play-Doh that didn't really get its dye yet.
So do you want 1 color or do you want multiple colors?
I would like to mix these two, but the rest are just gonna be one color.
Okay, so let's divide our Play-Doh. All right, we divided our dough out into 4 pieces. We're gonna make 4 different colors. And then we are going to keep these in a Ziploc bag, and that will keep them fresh so we can use them for next time. So now we have gel food coloring. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll see. And we have some glitter. Okay, so which one are we what color are we gonna do this first one?
Dark green.
Okay, so now since we are adding the food coloring at the end instead of at the beginning, like the directions said, we're just gonna do a couple drops.
Like 3.
Like 2. Let's start with 2. Oh, okay, that was way more than a couple.
That was 2.
And then we're gonna
2
start
big drops.
mixing that up. Be prepared if you're doing it this way, you may get food coloring on your hands. If you have cooking gloves or something like that to use, you can, but we're not afraid of a little bit of mess. If we have green hands, then we have green hands. You gotta mix it.
Oh. Because white would add more shimmer.
Okay, so we made green. It is not very dark, as you can see. So
And
if you
that would
want
be
yours
sharp.
darker, add more color to it. You may need to add a little bit more flour to make it not too sticky. But we're gonna finish making our colors and then we'll show you what it looks like at the end. If you're putting glitter in, go ahead and just mix it right in. All right, here's our finished product. We have pink. Let's see if we can see some of the sparkles in there. Yeah, some of the sparkles. We have green. We have purple. And we have yellow. Ooh, the yellow looks like butter. Butter. And we have a doggy hoping that we drop some. And a baby hoping that we give her some. But we're not going to.
I shall just eat it.
All right, guys, have fun with your Play-Doh.
It's
Let's see what you make.